I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us, and we ain't them. I told him, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him. Yeah. UPK shit, man, 1 West. Hey. I'm a UPK nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I'll pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Tazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't trippin', I'm no drink, got bottles in the room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us, and we ain't them. I told him, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, hey, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, hey, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jagger. So I war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, what's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light work. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. 6 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Back roll.
Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses, it's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gone on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole life.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we hold guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, told that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count, and when you speaking to me, fart. Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Tune in that crate, that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we hold guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war.
Hey, Shalom, Shabbat Kafar. Welcome. What's going on? All right, this is the ISUPK Wednesday class. Flocky, say that again, Hakeem.
Yeah, I'm to walk, but the one to walk.
Most in Christ. Yeah, this is the Wednesday history class. Also, check out Commanding Journey Hunter's radio show. We've got classes here Monday through Friday. Have them live in the school Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. till 9. We have them Tuesday and Friday online, 7 p.m. till 9. Also, the radio show on the ends Friday night. Check out all of those. We're going to jump straight in. Also, any questions, just put them in the chat. Hold on, we read that one. So, lucky if you could get this one from me, Baba Kishore.
Got one card. Negroes, colored, blacks, and Afro-Americans are a few of the names that African Americans have accepted or adopted.
So even they know that that's a few of the names they've accepted or adopted. So now the names that we've adopted is names like Negroes, colored, blacks, African Americans. That's the names that we've adopted, whereas we would be the Israelites. But these is names that we've adopted. So Lucky, go ahead.
And later rejected in some cases in the recent past. People or persons of color is one of the currently universally accepted terms, along with people or persons of African descent.
So now they call us people of color. Listen, man, we one color, man. It's them that change color all the time, man. 1 minute the red, the purple, the pink, the go blue. Listen, we black all the time, man. But they call us people of color. Listen, we one color all the time. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Of course, the designation soldiers of color would for some bring Black American soldiers to mind. However, as we shall see, when the phrase was used during World War II, black soldiers from Africa, not America, were being referred to in the context of the present discussion. In fact, coming straight to the point, it was a startling discovery to the author to find that this was one of the labels that Hitler himself came up with for Africans.
So now listen, Hitler was also racist to them African soldiers. Hitler called them names like niggers and whatnot. Go ahead.
Who fought in the early part of World War II, particularly those who fought on German soil. He called them soldiers of color.
And he called them soldiers of color. Go ahead.
Yes, carefully concealed in the pages of history is the remarkable story of black African French soldiers of color, patrolling and controlling the region of Germany, Slovakia, and controlling a region of German
called the Rhineland.
So now a lot of these soldiers occupied the Rhineland, and where the Rhineland is, it's a part of Germany. And a lot of these African soldiers, some Israelites, they was having sex with loads of white women there, and Hitler got mad about it, man, because now they was having sex with loads of white women in that particular spot. So now there's a term called the Rhineland bastards, and they call them kids bastards. Why? Because they believe that two races shouldn't mix and you're a bastard and mulatto and so forth.
So these Africans are fighting on the side of the British or the Germans?
Yeah, these ones here are on the side of the Germans. These ones here.
All right, sorry, Bobby. How did they get allegiance with the Germans? I don't think Germans had colonies like that.
No, because a lot of them lived in Germany anyway.
Oh,
so some of these soldiers already lived there, and German had African colonies anyway.
Oh.
So the African colonies would come over and fight for them. So now they call these ones, because they was getting the white women pregnant, they called them the Rhineland bastards. Go ahead.
A rich, highly industrialized area west of the Rhine River.
Okay, go ahead.
Hell, however, is too soft a word to use in describing what happened to some African American soldiers who fought in or over German soil during World War II.
So now this is talking about African American soldiers who was fighting against Germans now. Go ahead.
These black American soldiers are the second contingent of enemy black soldiers.
And they called them enemy black soldiers. Why? Because these black soldiers was what? African Americans fighting against who? The Germans. Go ahead.
It is part of a war history that has yet to make the mainstream. In the theater of war, that was at the time Europe. It is an act that has been cut, a scene that has come to rest on the editing room floor. And even though this slice of history has just recently been rediscovered or uncovered, it still has yet to make the pages of textbooks in schools and colleges around the world. No, this keen observation, as closely as the Holocaust has been studied by the world's leading scholars, it may be surprising that only recently a previously known singled out victim of the Nazi was uncovered: African Americans. African American troops apparently were targeted by the Nazis when they became prisoners of war.
So now, once they captured these African Americans, they became targets of the Nazis. So the Nazis like to capture these African Americans as prisoners of war, so they could treat them badly. But then the white prisoners of war that they captured, they didn't treat them as bad as they treated the black ones. Go ahead.
The Nuremberg laws of 1935 declared that blacks were a race of alien blood.
And they said black were a race of alien blood. So that's how they was looking at black people. So now, if you're taught that, of course you're going to be a white man that shoots black people in the street, man, because they have alien blood to you. I mean, to you, they're nothing and the scum. So of course you're going to harm them when you see them and attack them when you see them. Because now they program you to believe these people are less than human. Go ahead.
Dr. Kesting said blacks were not a target the way Jews were. They didn't have to wear a yellow star, but their skin color was their yellow star.
See? So now you would know a Jewish man by him wearing the star or the shield, as we would call it. And they say that's how they knew that as a Jewish man. And they knew us by our skin, which means that Jewish man could always lie and say that he's not Jewish. And they'll just think he's a regular white man. Now with us now, our skins are badge and we can't hide our skin, man. We can't say I'm not black, even though we try to say it, but it don't work. We say we're not black and they tell us we're black, man. Listen, we can't hide our skin like they can hide the Jewish. Go ahead.
As for African American prisoners of war, singled out for torture or worse by the Nazi commanders, Kesting's tones of regret. Not only were these African American soldiers exposed to combat situations they were not fully educated about, they were further endangered after capture by the color of their skin.
and they was further endangered when they was captured because of the color of their skin. So understand this. You know why the Germans wouldn't even negotiate for a black man? Because America don't even care about black people. So imagine you capture a black man and you phone Donald Trump like, yo, I got one of these soldiers here, man. You think he cares about a black man? He's gonna say, yo, so you have no value to both of them. You have no value to the Germans. You have no value to the American people that you're fighting for because you're black.
Right.
So you have no value. So they even know there's no point in negotiating. This is like someone phoning you and trying to negotiate with something that you don't even care about. That's how it was back then. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Next one, sir.
Awesome.
Next slide. Okay. The Nazi mistreated African American soldiers, not just because they were enemy soldiers, but because they were black enemy soldiers.
See, they didn't just mistreat them because they was enemy soldiers. They mistreated them because they was black enemy soldiers, and it was like, "You black? Who do you think you are? Trying to fight against us?" Which shows you shouldn't be in the army. You know why? Because you're more of a target, man. Because you're black, and everybody looks at you like, "How dare you think you can fight in this white man's war?" Even Germany's looking at you like, "Yo, you're black. You're fighting in the wrong war, man," and they torture you for it. Go ahead.
It was part of a larger picture and historical pattern. This news, but wait, there is more. Not only were black allied prisoners of war severely mistreated and brutalized when compared to what happened to their white counterparts,
See,
they were segregated.
Black people was brutalized, man. They was brutalized, and their white counterparts wasn't. And understand this. Imagine this: you're fighting for a white man's country against another white man's country, and both of them countries brutalize you, man. The country that you're fighting for brutalizes you. Imagine you fighting for England and you're not allowed to take part in the victory march. Imagine the soldiers that got caught in this got brutalized, and the ones that survived wasn't allowed to take part in the victory march, which means they would rather you, your own army would have rather you have died, man. Because when they're celebrating, they're not including you, so they would have rather you had died. Go ahead. Yes, Lucky, go ahead, Hakim. Is it froze?
Brutal act. So like I can't hear nothing.
Oh, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. It's like it just cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Out, you know.
Is it my side or yours? Can you hear me now?
It just cut out. Yeah, can't.
Can you hear me now?
I'm not even sure if it's my side or yours, but the whole thing just cut out. But yeah, I'll continue though.
All right, go ahead.
I did tell. Oh yeah, the Nazis mistreated Americans soldiers not just because they were enemy soldiers, but because they were black enemy soldiers, and it was part of a larger picture and historical pattern. This is the news, but wait, there is more. Not only were black allied prisoners of war severely mistreated and brutalized when compared to what happened to their white counterparts. They were it's like so you got to go to the next one. It's like I've done this one already. Did I do this one already? No, this is another one?
You was at the part where it says they were segregated.
Oh, can't. So like they were segregated to better accommodate these brutal acts.
And now imagine this: two soldiers on the same team, one's black, one's white, and they separate the two. Understand this? They're not seeing the Germans ain't seeing an American flag. They're seeing a black man and a white man. That's what they're seeing. Though you're walking around in the American uniform, they're seeing your real uniform, man. The real uniform that they're seeing is your blackness, man. That's what they're seeing. They're seeing your real uniform. And that's what happened in England. You was walking around in the King's uniform, and everybody in England was seeing your blackness. They saw your real uniform. That's what you can't get away from, man. You thinking that soldiers fit. So I'm going to be respected. The color of your skin means they're not going to respect you, man.
That's right.
And it happens, and it's happened time and time again. Yes, okay, go ahead.
Khan. As it turned out, the Nazis, in segregating the two groups, were merely reflecting what the United States itself had already instituted, a segregated military.
And now everyone's mad at the Germans and their segregation. They said the United States had already segregated their military, which lets you know blacks and whites were segregated, man. Imagine We're meant to fight for one big country, but then they've segregated the country. And the Germans also done that, and the Britons also done that, and that's why you have your monument in Brixton. They have theirs in where Whitechapel is, where they have the big one and you have the small one. Why? Because imagine this: all these wars, they're making out like Germany is the worst country in the world, when England was exactly the same. Man. America was exactly the same. They're making out like, yeah, Germany was racist and we needed to stop Hitler. Listen, man, we're living under Hitler right now in England, man.
That's right.
You would have thought Hitler's still alive, the way how they've got us living, man. I'm telling you, you would have thought that Hitler is still alive, the way how they've got black people living. Go ahead.
Most of my black fellow soldiers seemed resigned to our Jim Crow status, and some preferred it that way. For me, however, it was utterly ludicrous that a nation that prided itself on democratic traditions and looked down on the Nazis for their racial attitudes would segregate soldiers who served in the same army, who were expected.
What they're saying is, yo, these countries like England, America, they look down on the Nazis for segregating, and England does the same thing. America does the same thing. So whenever people talk about how bad Hitler was, you just let them know about England did the same thing that he did.
That's right.
America did the same thing that he did. Like, you would think Hitler's still alive till this day. Hitler don't believed in segregation, so did they. Hitler segregated his army, so did they. Hitler brutalized black soldiers, so did they. I mean, what's the difference? Right. They done the same thing that Hitler did, but then they make out like Hitler's the single most evil man on the planet, whereas they all do the same thing as him. Go ahead.
And look down on the Nazis for their racial attitudes, would segregate soldiers.
And this is what they do: they look down on the Nazis for their racial attitude, and they have the same racial attitude as the Nazis. There's no difference. Listen, if I dropped you in Germany, England, or America, and we was all speaking one language, and I asked you, well, who do you think's ruling over you, Hitler, Donald Trump, or Tony Blair, or David Cameron? You wouldn't know which one. You wouldn't know which one. You would say Hitler, and it would be Tony Blair. You'd say Hitler, and it would be Donald Trump. Because in your mind, Hitler and Donald Trump and them could never be so evil when they do the same thing that Hitler was doing, man. But then they try to pass all the blame onto him. Like they ain't all doing the same thing. Right. Like he's the single evilest man on the... When you speak about one of the evilest men in the world, they mention him and he ain't doing nothing different to what they was doing. It's just that obviously they defeated him, so they need someone to blame for everything. Not realizing, once we redo a little research, we realize they did exactly the same thing. That's lucky boy.
Right, come on. Would segregate soldiers who served in the same army and who were expected to fight in the same Salakia, and who were expected to fight the same enemy. Despite my misgivings,
they segregated them, and they're in the same army, they're fighting the same enemy, and they're segregating them. Racism at its finest. That's what that is, man. That right there is racism at its finest. That's lucky boy.
Kadawan Khan, I remember Salakia, sir, when you said, boy, if they put me in any type of army, peer friendly fire you're dealing with.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around my pistol the wrong way. Listen, the time you go that way, I'm gonna turn around with my pistol and face the other way.
Right.
I'm gonna say, y'all got enemies on both sides, man.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen. Say y'all got enemies on both sides.
Fight two fights.
Get them have two pistols, one at the front, one at the back, man. You know, I'm in the middle of the field. I'm telling you. Imagine the Germans are racist, Britain's racist, Americans racist, and then I have to fight on one side, and they're all racist. So what I should do is sit my black ass down and fight for none.
That's right.
What I should do.
That's right.
I'll just lie down in the middle of the field. Listen, man, people's talking about yo, England's gonna start drafting people for war. If they do, I'm gonna lie down in the middle of the field, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lie down in the middle of the field and say, yo, I'm not fighting no one, man. Say, yo, I'm not fighting nobody. So I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna say, how can I fight them when you're fighting me right here, man?
That's right.
I'll fight you first. I'll fight you first. And then when I'm done with you, I see who else I want to fight. But I can't fight for a racist country like this, man. We should have learned from our granddads and great granddads and black war heroes. We should have learned from them that obviously, no matter what you do for England, they will always turn around and spit in your face. No matter what, man. England will always turn around and spit in your face. So I can go ahead.
And Ali as well, he said it. Why am I going to fight the Viet Congs when, you know, it's the white man here that's doing my people all the harm, you know? So it's just kind of the same thing as that.
He was right for that. Where he messed up is him becoming Muslim. That's why he joined another damn enemy. He left one enemy to join another enemy. That's where he went wrong, man. And then this is the problem. Our people are looking for something, and then they go from one oppressor to the next one. So they jump. What's the saying? They jump out the cooking pan. What is it? The fry.
Jump out the fry into the
fry into the cooking pan. How's it going?
Jump out the fry pan into the fire. Straight out the fire pan.
Listen, I get all them sayings mixed up. Why is it jump out the frying pan into the what cooker?
Fire.
Into the fire. So it's not the cooker.
Nah, imagine you got a pan and stove, and you jump out, you land on the burner.
Get me the jumping out the frying pan into the cooker. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what the Bible talks about. The Bible says, it's like a man met a lion, ran from a lion and met a bear. That's one of them jumped out the frying pan into the cooker analogies. That's lucky. Go ahead, okay. Actually, you finished the slide, right?
Hold on, can't this. Yeah, despite my misgiving, I learned, to take bitter with sweet. Despite only a little bit here. Despite my misgivings, I learned to take the bitter with the sweet.
Listen, I ain't taking no bitter with no sweet. Forget that everything's bitter to me, man. Listen, can't no person do nothing sweet for me. Everything's bitter for me. Everything that they do is bitter. Listen, they're putting up minimum wage. That's still bitter to me, man.
That's right.
They're putting up minimum wage. They say minimum wage is going up to £12.50. Guess what else they said as well? About 30p, 50p. Guess what else they said as well? They said that if you stay in a hotel, they're putting tax on it now. And they said that tax is going to go to fixing up the area where the hotel is. So guess what that means? The hotels are going to be more expensive. On the news, they also said they're putting tax on top of Uber and tax on top of black cabs. So imagine this, they're putting up that wage and tax is going on all them things, man. Yeah. So really that 50p, go ahead.
Yeah, so that little bit that they're trying to go on that they're giving us is going to tax anyway.
Exactly. More is going to tax them what they're giving you. They also said, you know, when you go to them shops and you buy like a latte in the bottle, like them Starbucks ones or whatever. Yeah. Now they're putting sugar tax on those. What? So now, listen, why are you putting sugar tax on things? If I want diabetes, let me get diabetes, man. Putting sugar tax. Get me now. You put sugar tax on everything. So I can say that again.
So like the one, is it to basically dissuade people from eating sugar?
This is what they say. They say, because we're robbing people of their future because it's making people obese. This is what you do. Lower the price of the gym. That's it. Lower the price of the gym. Don't put the price up on the sugar. Lower the price or make the gym free. Then this is what they should do. You care about people being obese. Make the gym free in England. Then make the gym free. But they're not going to do that. The sugar tax on, which lets you know they ain't even getting to the root of the problem. What they're saying is, okay, if you want to be fat and eat sugar, you just have to pay more money to get it. That's not going to tackle obesity, man. That ain't going to tackle obesity. Like these, like think they do something. Now in Nando's, you can't have more than one sugary drink now.
Is that right?
Yeah, they changed it now. You try to get more than one sugary drink. Apparently, they ask you to leave now. Depends how much they care. So it's basically illegal. You can only get one drink from Nando's now. The rest has to be like Diet Coke or something. So now they're making out like they care about our health when really they don't, man. Because if they cared about our health, the gym would be free. Why is the gym always getting a price increase?
Yeah.
And you say, of course we're going to be obese if the gym's getting a price increase, man. Lower the price of the gym, we will all sign up, man. £5 gym, we will all sign up. For you to go to certain gyms and do a one session, it's like £8 for the day. Imagine you paying £8 for one gym session. So I'm saying, listen, instead of increasing sugar tax, lower the price of the gym. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
They never thought about that when they were making man chop down sugarcane in Jamaica, did they?
Exactly. What about the sugar? You're right. Huh?
Or they want chop about sugar.
So, Lucky, go ahead.
They said no, they want chop about sugar. So lucky.
Huh? That's what I'm saying. Listen, remember, listen, when we was cutting down sugarcane, there was no such thing as a sugar tax and obesity. Nobody cared.
That's right.
They wanted that sugar, man, to send back to England. Listen, black men should be exempt from paying sugar tax. The amount of sugar cane we cut, man.
That's right.
We cut so much sugar cane that, listen, we don't need to show our yellow badge. We'll show our skin, and that means no sugar tax. Yeah, man, I should be able to go in any store where they sell sugar and show my black skin here, and they should say, yeah, you get that for free, man, because of what you went through.
Your whole family.
Yeah, they should say, yo, you get that for free, man. They should say, yo, you get that sugar for free, man. That's what they should say. How dare they put a sugar tax on stuff that we picked, man, and cut down and so forth. Now there's this sugar tax.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I think what they're doing is trying to do it for their Edomites, because they got some fat, obese Edomites out there that don't really pet to eat any type of sugar. You know what I mean? And give their kids too. So maybe it's them they're looking out for. They're looking out for us, though.
Listen, they got them. They're looking out for them big white women that Rastaman love so much. Get me? Listen, if a Rastaman goes missing, Hakian, you just find out where the big white women are at. That's his location.
That's his location.
That's where you'll find them.
Yeah. No doubt.
It's lucky.
All right. Despite the common predicaments of black and white prisoners, the two groups were racially segregated in separate barracks. Hitler's Forgotten Victims also presents the experience of black prisoners of war. The Nazis segregated black prisoners from the rest of the camp population for extra special treatment of the fatal kind.
Damn, imagine that again. They said they separated them for special treatment of the fatal kind, man.
I'll kill them.
Imagine that the beat downs you're gonna be getting as a black man, and imagine you get captured with a white man, and they take him one place, and they take the black man the other place. Understand this? These other nations understand that everyone genders to their own race. Like they understand that every race should be separated, and they showed it right there, man. Imagine they said they separated the black soldiers so they could get the special type, which is fatal. Meaning so they can get a beat down. You know, they're gonna get a beat down. They're gonna get hot water poured on them. They're gonna get all the starved. Meanwhile, the European ones are just gonna, you know, probably get a little slap, and that's pretty much it. You're gonna negotiate and let them free. It's like, you go ahead.
And so, like you said, that's why in Isaiah 14:21, the Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children, right? And for the iniquities of their fathers. That's why they're gonna they got to get their judgment, you know what I mean?
They have to. Like if they didn't, it would be unjust, man. Listen, even in this society, you commit a crime, you get punished for it, man. You go before a judge. So they have to do the same thing. They're going to go before a judgment. And when they go before the judge, all of these things are going to be brought back to them. And things that they forgot about is going to come back to their memory. It's going to be like, yo, remember that time you took that man for special treatment? They're going to be thinking, oh, yeah. Listen, they're going to be thinking, oh, yeah, in a good way. Then they're going to remember. Her special treatment. Yeah, listen, they're going to see flashbacks of what that special treatment was.
Yeah.
They're gonna get double fold, man. They're gonna get double. That's the lucky word.
Often involves a breach of the Geneva Convention. Black prisoners were denied food and assigned highly dangerous jobs.
See, black prisoners were what? Denied food. That's normal for us, man. They like to starve us. Denied food. Imagine that. How do you deprive a man of food? Imagine someone starving you, man, and they're getting starved by the Germans. But once upon a time, we was also getting starved by the British and then the Americans. The people that make us fight for them, we've been starved by all of them. So go ahead.
Fine. Footage never aired before shows black soldiers and civilians scavenging for scraps of food in garbage heaps at the
See?
Hema prisoners of war camp.
And this, hold on one second. Let's charge this. Let me just put this charger. Bear with me 1 second.
Cool.
Not yet. So yeah, imagine this. Imagine this savaging for food, man. You know how hungry you have to be to eat from the garbage. That's what these Germans are doing, man. They're letting them eat from the garbage, and they're saying things like, "Yo, this is their natural habitat. This is how these people are." They're letting them eat from the garbage, and they'll be like, "Yo, this is how these people are, man. These are disgusting people that eat from the garbage." That's how they have us living. Lucky, go ahead.
Yes, God. Near Dortmund in northwest Germany. No one knows how many black people died in the camps at the hand of the SS guards.
Listen, they said nobody knows the amount that died in them camps, and nobody knows how much of us died because nobody cares about us. Like, how can listen? I guarantee you, your whole life you ain't remembered how much flies you've killed or how much ants you've killed. You ain't gonna remember that because why? You don't care enough, and that's like us. They kill us and they don't care enough. They don't care enough to even count how much of us they've killed because we're so irrelevant and they love killing us. So yeah, that's what they do with us. So Lucky, go ahead.
God. Producers Moise Shiwa says, Moise Shiwa says, because Jews were demarcated as Jews, but black people were demarcated by nationality. Not only black Germans suffered at the hands of the Nazis, black soldiers were also targets. Between 1939 and 1945, an estimate 200,000 black troops from African colonies were serving in Europe. The Nazis segregated black inmates for an extra special treatment of the fatal kind. And to add insult to irreparable injury, America even treated Nazi German prisoners of war better than it did their own heroic black soldiers.
Imagine that right there. They said to add insult to injury, America treated Nazis better than its own heroic black soldiers. Imagine that. Imagine being a black soldier. You get less glory than enemy because of your color. Imagine that. They treated them so bad that they treated Nazis better than a black hero, man. Imagine that, Haki, and you fight for this country and you're supposed to be a hero, and instead of being a hero, you get treated like shit, man. You get treated worse than a Nazi. Imagine that. You get treated worse than a Nazi, man. That's how they was treating black soldiers. Slucky, go ahead.
That's some wicked shit there, boy.
Exactly. Imagine that you fight for the country, you bleed, and then you make it out the other side, and now you want to be a hero, and it says that America treated Nazis, prisoners of wars, better than black heroes, man. Imagine that. You fought for America, you fought for England, and now you're thinking you're ever going to get treated good. And then they said they treated the Nazis better than the black heroes, man. Which means you're fighting for a country that respects enemies more than you, which should lead you to what? That you're more of its enemy than the enemy. That's how they see it. They see it as you're more of their enemy than the Nazis. Because if they treated the Nazi prisoners of war that was trying to kill them better than you who's trying to fight for them, that says a lot about what they think about you.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And if I may add to the other one,
yeah, of course, go ahead.
Remember the 9/11, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a black man in there, right, saving enough people, you know. A brother brought it out, I can't remember, from Washington, D.C. And it was a black man that actually saved, a black soldier that saved all of those, a lot of people. And when they done the film now, they made it out to be a white man that did all of that. You know what I mean? So it's the same kind of thing, you know. They don't respect us, you know. They don't love us at all. So
listen, if those people that he saved didn't come out and say that's wrong, it was a black man that saved us, I would someone needs to put them back in that building, man. He needs to put them back in the building and be like, yo, go back in there then, man. Wait for the great white hope to save you. Wait for the great white hope to save you. It will never happen. But yeah, they rob us of glory completely. They rob us of glory all the time, man. They ain't letting them. Imagine this. So they said America treated the Nazis, prisoners of war, better than its black heroes. And England did the same thing, man.
What was this?
Germany. So now England did the same thing, man. England also didn't allow you to be in the victory parade. Why? Because they couldn't give a shit about you, man. Listen, the Germans didn't care about you, the British, the Americans. Nobody cared about black people. Read that part one more time, so like
yes, sir. And to add insult to irreparable injury, America treated Nazi German prisoners of war better than it did her own heroic black soldiers.
Imagine that, man. They treated Nazis that was attacking them better than black people that's fighting for them. It shows that you should never fight for them, man, because you're never going to get treated respectfully or with respect. You fighting for them, honestly, there's no point. We've seen it happen time and time again, and you don't get nothing. So like you go ahead.
One can only imagine the humiliation of having valiantly fought for God and country against a ruthless enemy, only to return home to see the same enemy, Nazi prisoners of war.
Imagine that you fought against a ruthless enemy, and then you come home to see the same enemy. Imagine that. You're thinking, yo, the Germans are so evil, we're destroying them. And then you come home to America and England and you see the same enemy. Ask the soldiers in Britain, the one that got whacked on his head with a stone, man. The first stone on his head. He was so scared that he ran and jumped in the water, and the police didn't help him, and they threw a rock on his head and he drowned to death. And this man was a soldier in World War I. And he died, man. Imagine that. After fighting in the war, he got killed by people that wouldn't even fight for their own country. What's that John Muhammad saying? Let that sizzle in your spirit.
Yes, sir.
Say that again. Is it? Let that sizzle in your spirit. Imagine a man that fought for England, man. Fought for England, got them accolades. And after the war was over, they dragged him from his house and chased him to the docks. And apparently he didn't jump in the docks. Apparently they threw him in there. And then they threw rocks at him, and a rock hit him on his head, and he drowned.
Charles Woodson was his name.
Yeah. And then the police came out and said, no further action. He died by drowning, no one threw a stone or whatever. And the police said they couldn't help him here. There was a mob. No one ever got a laptop for it. And these is things why we can't fight in the army, man. Because I saw what happened to Charles Woodson. I see what happened to Charles Woodson. Listen, I go to the docks and I see stones by them docks, and I wonder, was it that stone they hit him with? Was it that stone they hit him with? Every stone they see, I have to think, well, which one of you Edomites threw these stones at a black man when he was in the water? I look at that water and say, all right, then the amount of people that's drowned in this water because of your violence. I couldn't ever fight in the army, but lucky. Go ahead.
No.
Let me
Right.
Sorry.
Nah, I finish the other one. I still
Finish,
got,
finish.
still got, yeah. Can't. Only to return home and see the same enemy Nazi prisoners of war receive preferential treatment.
Imagine that.
Unbashed
Imagine that they returned to America and Nazi prisoners of war received better treatment than they did after you fought for America. And the Nazi prisoners of war that was captured got treated better than you. That's the slap in the face, man. That's the slap in the face. Imagine this. You're the real prisoner of war, man. You don't even know it. Imagine you fought for the country and they're still treating you like a prisoner and they're treating this Nazi like a free man. Imagine this prisoner's getting treated better than you. How that would be today is like, say for instance, in jail you get like what? You work for like what, £2 a week or whatever, £2 a day or whatever. Imagine you're a free man and you're getting treated like that prisoner, and the prisoner's getting the freedom that you're getting outside. That's how they treated them, man. So much that listen, these are racist, man. It's lucky. I'm telling you.
Imagine you like, you would think, yeah, I'm gonna write those good books now. I don't fall. It's still good because you're nigga like that. That would drive me. That would drive me crazy. That's lucky, man.
And I fought for him as well. And then I'm saying, yeah, we got them bastards, them Nazis. And them Nazis are turning around saying, no, you're a nigger. I'm looking at the white sergeant like, yo, he just called me a nigger, and the sergeant's agreeing with him. That's what's going on right there, man. And that happens to us all the time. Right. Every nation is racist towards us, the Romanians, the Polish. Listen, some of these ones that come from war-torn countries even are racist to us, man. You'd have thought they would learn to watch their mouth. But they don't. Even they come over here and be racist to us and fix their mouth to speak about us. The day's coming when no one's going to fix their mouth to speak bad about us. Right. I'm telling you, that day is going to be sweet, man. Imagine no one's going to call you a nigger again, man. Imagine, listen, on my plantation, they can't use no words that begin with N. Any word that begins with N, they're not allowed. Listen, you see how the Bloods don't use no words like they say Bumpton. Listen, the slaves on my plantation, no words beginning with N is allowed on my plantation, man.
The one. I'm gonna have a reputation of, if you look at anything wrong, you're dead. Straight. If you look like you're gonna get revenge, you're dead. You know. Straight. Take your life.
Listen, they're gonna be in line. I'm telling you, they're gonna know to be in line. The Bible says Christ is gonna rule them with a rod of iron, and that's with a strong hand. So they ain't gonna look left if they're not supposed to. They ain't gonna look right. They're just gonna do what they have to do. Imagine they're gonna be
just the other one.
They're gonna be at our mercy.
That's right.
They're gonna be at our mercy like we was at theirs, man.
That's right.
Listen, they used to ply men with alcohol and make them fight each other, man. The men are fighting drunk. One man will bet on one slave like, yo, my slave is gonna win, and you have to kill you. And guess what that is today? Boxing. That's what that is today.
Right. Yeah.
That's what that is today. Why do you think? Come on, do you really think a black man wants to punch up another man for money? Yeah. Only poor people become boxers. And that's why.
True.
That's why when you look at these boxers, all of these great boxers, when their kids try to do it, they're no good at it because they just don't have the drive and the hunger because they got money. That's why none of their kids can't box like the parents. Whereas if you look at Mike Tyson's hunger, Lennox Lewis, imagine and what does every boxer say when their kids wants to do boxing? They don't want them to do it.
That's right.
They say, yo, it's an animal sport. It's an animal sport. You don't have to do it. Listen, even Chris Eubank said it, man, to his son. Goes, yo, you don't want to be doing that, man. You're too pretty for it. Isn't it? You don't want to be doing that, man. Goes to me, yo, you're too pretty for it. You don't want to be doing that. Like boxing is what poor people do. This is why you don't see a millionaire that starts off as a millionaire boxing, unless they're just trying to be like us. But the reason we do that is because that's all we know how to do is fight.
Or in poverty.
And if people's paying money for us to fight and we know how to fight, we're gonna fight. And that's why when these devils start doing it, they start throwing more money at us to rig the fight. Listen, man, that's what they'll do. For that great white hope, they'll throw money to rig the fight, man. Or they'll fight you when you're like Mike Tyson's age 58. Whereas it's even disrespectful that Jake Paul would even fight Mike Tyson. A black man would say, no, I'm not going to fight Mike, man, he's too old. A black man would have enough decency to say, I'm not going to fight Mike, he's too old. Not Jake Paul. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight Stephen Hawkins one day. One day I'm going to fight Stephen Hawkins. I'm going to fight Stephen Hawkins. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight Stephen Hawkins. And nobody can't tell me that I'm wrong for fighting Stephen Hawkins.
Hey, you know what? It's funny you say that, you know. So like, you know what? It's funny you say that. You know what they've done? You know these AI shit they're doing, right?
I've seen it. Listen, did you see
wheelchair guys are flattened, yeah.
Stephen Hawkins? Yeah, they've been punching him up, throwing him off the hell in the side and all of that. You've been seeing the ones with the Queen as well?
Yeah, patois.
Yeah, the Queen fighting as well in the octagon and that.
Jesus.
So now, when I fight Stephen Hawkins, nobody can't really say nothing to me. I'm going to say, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson. And I'm going to fight Stephen Hawkins with no mercy.
Right.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it with no mercy. And I'm going to make every white man sit in the arena and watch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make them sit in the arena and watch. I'm going to charge them a Netflix subscription. And I'm going to whoop Stephen Hawkins. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for him to get 5-10 years older. And I'm going to whoop Stephen Hawkins. And I'm going to see how they feel.
You're gonna whip him. You're gonna whip him like he's a 21-year-old fighter. Like
listen, I'm gonna have no mercy on him. I'm gonna have no mercy on him. I'm telling you. And then I'm gonna say to them, well, you done it to us. I'm gonna say, no, it's a fight, man. You done it to us. And I guarantee you, they wouldn't like it. But then when it comes to us, because we're so poor, Mike Tyson has to pay off his debts. He has to fight a man when he's nearly 60 years old. 60 is old, you know. 60 is old. I swear even before that, Mike Tyson was in like a wheelchair for a bit, man. Walking on a cane and had loads of injuries. But for money, he had to get up out that chair, man. So now, Stephen Hawkins is going to have to get out of his chair. That's it. Right. I'm going to have something high and Stephen Hawkins is going to have to get out of his chair, climb up a ladder, and I'm gonna knock the ladder by accident, Hakim. But it's on top of the ladder. I'm gonna knock the ladder by accident, and then they will understand the thing. They will understand the things that they do to us. Then they will understand that. This means human. Okay, go ahead.
If I may, sir, to add to that, right? That's the only way they understand when violence lick them. They don't understand no other way, man. These people. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to say to them, yo, man, this is what you done. We're just gonna run the earth how you did it. See if you like it. We're gonna run part of the earth how you did it. See if you like it. These people would be the first ones to complain, man. They would complain. They would protest, and then I'll come on the horse with the whip like what they do when we protest. I'm like, you wiggers protesting again. I'm like, these wiggers protesting again. Go back to work. So I say, go back to work. They're going to be out there saying no justice, no peace. And I'm going to come shut down the rally. And I'm going to see how they feel, man. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
If I could be excused a second, I'm just going to quickly got called.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Go ahead, do your thing.
I'll be back.
All right, no, sir.
That's finished now. That's finished, that part, sir.
All right. What? So I can say that again. This slide's finished.
Yeah, it's finished now. Yeah, can't.
Yeah, for water.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you know what? It's because I'm trying to take it off. You're trying to take it off.
Take it off. Cool.
Okay, what is that?
Just as they were in the United States of America, Negro bands were very much in vogue in roaring 20s shortly after Germany's defeat in World War I. Blacks were often relegated to the status of entertainers.
And so blacks were relegated to the status of entertainers. And who's entertainers today? Black people. Which lets you know black people have always been white people's entertainment. Who was entertainment in slavery? Black people. So a lot of these entertainers that are making money, they think they're killing it. You're not, man. You're in a low position, doing a low-end job. Who wants to be a clown, entertaining people? Come on, do you think Kevin Hart really likes sitting telling jokes all day, making white people laugh? Come on. he don't like that job, man. You think he does, but he don't. Our whole life they relegate us to entertainers. Go ahead.
Gone. Showed here in this German newspaper cartoon. Does it?
Yeah. Let me get this one.
Pre-Nazi Germany tolerated blacks who entertained them.
See, it says they tolerated blacks who entertained them, and England does the same thing. Tolerates blacks that entertain them.
I can't listen to pictures.
I think this is Edomite. This is black people entertaining devils in the picture.
Decided.
So now, the same thing happens today. So this is what happens. Your entertainers will come out and say, "Oh, they're not racist. They treat us good," and they will get like a black person that you think is great. And this is why entertainers ain't the voice for black people, because here it says they tolerate black entertainers. So now, a black entertainer that they tolerate, he thinks his life speaks for the rest of ours when it don't. They just tolerate him because he's an entertainer. As soon as you stop entertaining, they don't tolerate you no more. Ask Kanye West, man. Ask Wiley. Wiley said he had to go back to his mom's house talking about coffee and milk, man. Oat milk, talking about oat milk and coffee. Why? Because they tolerate you while you're entertaining. And once you stop entertaining, they no longer tolerate you no more. And that's exactly what they do. Yes, Rocky, go ahead.
God. Some Africans, African Americans, and others in the African diaspora often sought refuge from racist tyranny by playing in bands.
See? And now, black men that didn't want to get racist abuse became entertainers. Meaning what? They joined the industry and thought they got white friends. And because they tolerate them, they will tell you, "Oh, this is what will happen." White people will always say to you, "Yeah, I love a bit of reggae." They just tolerate entertainers. That's all it is. They don't love them. They tolerate entertainers. Listen, man. They will tell you they love Vibes Cartel. They'll go to other concerts and you will swear, like, "Yo, he's not racist because he knows every Vibes Cartel song." They just tolerate entertainers. Listen, this is why Christ, it was so heavy when Christ said, "Yo, how you treat the least of my brethren," meaning how you treat the least man is how you would treat the top man. That's what Christ said in the Bible, man. Here, they only tolerate the entertainers. They don't tolerate the least of us, just the entertainers. And the entertainer will come out and make a speech. And this is why, whenever Donald Trump's about to be president, you see all the black people that he gets to come and speak on his behalf. He gets all of them to speak on his behalf. I think Snoop Dogg did it as well, right?
Did it? Couldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg did it. And some others. And now they're the black entertainers that the rich white people tolerate. They don't love them, they tolerate them because they entertain them. So they're relegated to some oppressors' entertainment. When really you should strive to be more than some oppressors' entertainment. Okay, go ahead.
As one showed here, this year was 1926. A few years before Hitler came to power, even in these settings, blacks were often seen as a morally degrading influence. Germany was ripe for National Socialism.
Listen, man, they hated black people, man. Back then.
Another example is when black soldiers who had returned stateside from war had to ride in the back of the train, while Nazi officers who were POWs sat at the front being served hot tea with the best china.
Oh man, how disgusting is that, man? Imagine the Nazi prisoners of wars was getting a nice cup of tea in China. What's it called? China? What's the brand called? What's the brand called? China? Nah, the cups that they have, China something. Is it China? China White. What's the brand called now? I can't remember what it's called. It's some brand for cutlery and whatnot. I can't remember what it's called. China something. Is it China, whatever? But imagine they're drinking out of that, and they're riding in the front. The prisoners of war is riding in the front, and the black soldiers that fought for the country is riding in the back. Meaning, the Nazi prisoners of war is getting treated better than what? The blacks that actually fought in the army.
That's right.
Imagine that. The blacks that actually fought in the army is getting treated worse than the Nazis. They're riding in the back, and the Nazis get to ride in the front. This right here is not even that long ago, less than 100 years ago. This is less than 100 years ago. You would have thought these black men that fought in the army would have got a nice position and nice seating, but they didn't. They had to ride in the back. So lucky boy.
God. It gets worse. It's like, yeah. Black and white POWs were not just racially segregated in separate barracks, but there were also completely separate prison camps. And what went on in black prison camps could be likened to something straight out of a horror movie.
And imagine that both prisoners and what went on in black prison camps could be likened to something out of a horror movie. Like you watch these horror movies where Jason's walking around with a knife and you're scared of that. Now, man, these camps that they have black people in is way more scarier than that, man. These camps is way more scarier than that. You're scared of Pet Cemetery and all of those movies. What went on with these soldiers is way more worse than all of that, man. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Before these pertinent questions were explored, we turn our attention to the particularly dishonoring event in the despicable annals of Nazi German horrors, namely the inconceivable experimentation on black World War II soldiers.
And now they experimented on black World War II soldiers. They done experiments on them. So they done certain things on them to see how things work, see if they're immune to pain, see how much they can tolerate. They done all these things to them, man. They done all of that to them. They experimented on them. Like they used black men as a guinea pig. They used black men as guinea pigs and so forth. That's lucky boy.
God. While the complete discussion is not immediately provided below, we can still grasp the point being made.
Listen, man, they done experiments on them. They had to put them through all kinds of stuff, man. That's lucky. Go ahead.
While it was well known that the Nazis conducted medical experiments on Jews,
so now they also done medical experiments on Jews. Go ahead.
Gypsies, and other infinitesimally small amount of the masses of mankind are aware that blacks and particularly African American soldiers were victimized also.
And they were victimized also. You can imagine the horrible things that happened to them. Imagine you're a prisoner of war, so they're going to kill you anyway. So they would experiment on you with all of the medication and whatnot. Listen, you think medical care is great now. The reason it got so great is why? Because they tested it all out on you.
That's right.
Nowadays, they test it on like rats and stuff. Nowadays, they test it on rats in the lab. One stage, that was you in the lab, man. One stage, all of that stuff was tested out on you to see if it worked. They tested all of that on you to see what works and what don't work. That's lucky boy.
Fisher performed such tests on gypsies and scheduled similar tests for Jewish inmates at Squashison in 1942. Growitz also reported that Dr. Horneck, another physician who had performed tests on Negro black prisoners of war in France, also achieved similar results. The experiment seemingly involved studying blacks to learn how whites could better adapt to tropical environments.
See, so now they wanted to learn how whites could adapt to better tropical environments. Listen, man, nowadays, what do white people do? Sunbeds, suntans. They do all of that. They go on the sunbed. Why do you think they do all of that, man? They wanted to learn how they could adapt to better tropical conditions. You know why? Because they wanted to go and colonize those places. And a lot of time when they was going, they was dying. So they was like, yo, how do you black people get skin like that? How do you black people survive like that? So they would do all these tests on you, test your blood, test everything, see how you survive. Listen, sometimes we watch Get Out and think it's just a movie. Nah, man, that shit's real, man. Get Out, there's actually a white man that wants your body because you fast there, you jump higher. He wishes he could just put his brain inside your body and be you. So he knows you do everything better than he does. Listen, don't take being black for granted, man. You know how much people listen. If the white man could be black, he'll take it in a second, man. He'll keep every law in the Bible if they told me that would make you black. He'll keep every law in the Bible. I'm telling you, the Lord said in the Bible, if I went to another nation, they would obey me, man. So the Lord said,
How are we inferior if you're the experiments to be like us?
Exactly.
Like, we don't do experiment trying to be like dogs and cats. Superior. So you're better than us. But you're trying to find out, how do they stay out there in the sun?
That's what I'm saying. And they do this in secret, but then they'll never let you know. We want to be like you. Imagine this, we're inferior, but now they're trying to be like us, like finding out how we survive. Now, if we're inferior, why would you want to be? You don't need to be like us. If anything, we should be like you. If you're the master race, why does the inferior race have better traits than you? If you're the master race, it don't make no sense. Maybe the people that you hate so much are the master race.
That's right.
And maybe you're inferior, and they knew they was inferior, but they would never tell you that. Till this day, they know the inferior, but they won't ever tell you that. They won't ever tell you that, but they know the inferior. That's lucky boy.
Yes, Germans wanted to know how they could best survive in the heat.
And Germans wanted to know how could they survive in the heat. So now they're doing their checks. Now they're studying the African Americans. They're studying the Hamites. They want to know how they can survive in the heat. That's lucky boy.
Humidity and tropical environments of certain parts of Africa.
See, because why they wanted to go and colonize it without dying. So they wanted to know how could they survive out there. Go ahead.
But why would they be interested in adapting to these types of environments in the first place? And Inquisitor might ask, as asked before, didn't they already lose their African colonies?
Exactly. So at one stage, they lost their African colonies. Now Germany's trying to get these colonies back. So all they have to do is make peace with the white man in the other European countries. We'll give them countries back, man. Go ahead.
Indeed, they did. Colonial Germany lost its African pearls, but there was a plan already in the works that history books are eerily silent on. What was the plan? Nazi Germany was to take back what colonial Germany lost, Africa.
See? So now they was about to get colonies back in Africa. So now they're experimenting on the people, seeing how they survive over there. Because they want to survive over there too. And this is why these white women will always be on the tanning bed. Oh, I'm trying to be tanned. I'm trying to be tanned. Whereas you black women don't need that tanning bed, man. You black women don't need that tanning bed. Whereas they do. They be on there for hours giving themselves skin cancer. That's not something you need. That's lucky. Go ahead.
While the master race policies persisted during World War II, black POWs and others were subjected to medical experiments in Germany.
And now there was medical experiments. Imagine they had the doctors testing everything out on them, man. The doctors testing out everything they could test on them. Go ahead.
And others were subjected to medical experiments in Germany, supposedly as part of a larger Nazi plan for the conquest of Middle Africa.
See, so now this is because Germany planned to a conquest to go and conquer parts of Africa. So what did they need? Melanated people to test. Because they want to know, all right, how do they survive out there? How can we survive out there? How can we better our chances? So they're doing these experiments on the prisoners of war. Prisoners of war, the wars. Go ahead.
Plan called for exploiting African resources to economically bolster Nazi Germany. To accomplish this goal, the Nazis planned to reconquer the German colonies.
And their plan was to reconquer the German colonies. The colonies that they lost, they wanted them back, man. Germany's like, no, we getting them colonies back. Go ahead.
As well as other African territories.
And they wanted more African territories. So now Germany was about to conquer Africa, man. This is why there's countries over there where they speak German and Dutch and all these countries. Because why all these European countries carved it up. England took what? South Africa, I believe they took Nigeria. Ghana. They might have took. Wait, who took Cameroon now? Was it French? The French took Cameroon.
Congo was like Dutch, isn't it?
I think Congo might be Dutch.
Senegal's French as
So
well.
now the languages that they speak, when they carved it up, that's the countries that they took in Africa. So that's why when you see them speaking languages like that, European languages, it's because Europeans went and carved up their land. We're definitely going to do a class on that in the next coming weeks. We're going to go over the whole scramble for Africa.
Did it already?
Did we?
That's how I know it. So,
I can't
so
remember.
like the British sat down. England said, "You take that, I'll take that." The carved up. So
I can't remember. Shit, I can't remember. No, I did that. Get them. That's lucky go.
The idea was to resettle and enslave blacks, to expropriate black property and land.
And now Germany, if that were Germany, would have got rich, man. Germany would have got rich because they would have took all the resources from Africa, and then they would have, with all their technology and everything else they got, they would have been filthy rich. But obviously, all the wars they was having didn't come to fruition. So lucky I can if you could get me this one, Bob, for sure.
A police state under Heinrich Himmler's direction, and to put into effect the Nuremberg laws of 1935 and 39, it says, to 39. In order to do all of this, the Nazi had to learn how to become acclimated to the stifling, oppressive African sun. So they literally squeezed the life out of black.
So now, them Germans was trying to get used to the African sun because their body's not used to it. They die if they go out in the heat. Listen, man, there's an Edomite that used to work with you, went on holiday, and he goes on the way back on the plane. He couldn't lean back because his back was full of boils. And where he went wasn't even that hot. He said it was full of boils, like big boils, with pus and everything inside there. And he goes, that's because he was in the heat.
What country was this? What's so hot, man?
I think he went to Spain or somewhere. And then listen, I'm a black man. That shit ain't never happened to me. They're trying to do experiments on me to find that shit happened. This niggas never happened to them. Listen, I didn't know what sunscreen was when I was young until recently. I realized, shit, let me just try it.
You didn't put it on the kids in school? I was like, what's not need this? But was like, nah, it's mandatory.
That's what I'm saying. They're giving black kids sunscreen in England. I'm like, them. They say, nah, because you'll burn up. I'm thinking, damn, that's for you. I ain't gonna burn up. I ain't gonna burn up. I think I'm all right, man. I can save that $5.99, and you need it, man. I'm all right, man. So lucky, go ahead.
So they literally squeezed the life out of the black prisoners of war in order to discover the high level of tolerance to the sun that was intrusive.
And they squeezed the life out of them, man. Imagine they tortured them and said, yo, how are these not surviving this sun? That's what they're doing. How are these not surviving all of this, man? So lucky, go ahead.
We can now add melanin marauders to the list of things the Nazi could be called. But they only needed so many black men for these experiments. So what did they do with the other black troops that were captured? What was their fate? Brutalization and murder of the African-American soldiers.
So imagine that. They used them, experimented on them, and then brutally murdered them, man. And imagine this. Germany is brutally murdering the African-American soldiers, and America was treating its Nazi prisoners of war as good, giving them coffee and tea. Meanwhile, black men in America had to sit on the back of the train after fighting in the war. Like these classes right here is supposed to get you upset and annoyed, man. Like, yo, I ain't fighting in no men's army.
That's right.
You're supposed to hear this and say, this is why I can't be in the army. You're supposed to see this, and every time you go to them recruiting places and they try and recruit you for the RAF, nah, something should come over you and say, I ain't doing that, man. Something should come over you and say, no, I can't do that. I've heard too much stories about when they capture black soldiers. You know, one day I need to ask these military men, like, yo, when they catch black prisoners of war, how does it go? I need to ask them, like, how are black prisoners of war treated? I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, yo, you know much about World War I or World War II? And they're gonna say yes. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm interested in it. I just wonder how was black soldiers treated, and how was black prisoners of war treated? And watch them lie. They're gonna lie and say it was treated fine. It's not about the color. It was one. No, that's a lie. When the history books say otherwise.
That's right.
The history books say they was treated unfairly. The history books say that they was brutalized and they was murdered. That's what the history books say. I ain't making it up. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Below are a few. There are many more cases listed chronologically, complete with witness statements extracted from the official files of war crime cases in the National Archives in Suitland, Maryland. That detail.
There's a ton of these first-hand accounts of people that survived, what they seen. There's a ton of these first-hand accounts, man. Go ahead.
The horrifying fate of these brave men of war, these newfound spangled soldiers of color from across the Atlantic. For unknown reasons, the depressing cases presented herewith have not been widely disseminated to the public. Tragically, there is reason to believe that more cases have yet to be declassified. Frankly, these slipped through. On May the 5th, 1944, witnesses said 3 colored American pilots were executed by the Gestapo while incarcerated in a prison.
Imagine they executed the pilots, man. Executed them. And imagine this, they execute us even when we're not in the army. They just execute us on the streets wherever they can. Right here it says they executed 3 pilots, man. That's 3 lives, 3 wives that ain't gonna see their husband again. Kids that ain't gonna see their father again. Why? Because their father fought in a war that weren't for him, became a prisoner of war and got executed on both sides. Can't stand him. On both sides, imagine this. In that war, you wouldn't know which side you're fighting for because they both hate you. Imagine this. The Germans hate you because you're black. And then the British and the Americans hate you because you're black. And the Germans want to kill you because you're black. And the British and the Americans want you to die because you're black. It all points to both sides wanting you to die for one thing because you're black. So why don't you minimize your chances of dying and just not being there, man? Because they're both trying to take you out. That's lucky boy, lucky.
The method of execution was death by hanging in a public square.
And they hung them in a public square. And that's a sign to let black men know, look, man, any human that want to join the army, this is going to be you next. They're hanging them and they're saying, yo, look, man, this is going to be your black ass next, man. Imagine you see 3 black men hanging. Like, it really is. I don't think you understand this. How horrible. When you see someone die horribly, it's horrible. Like, seeing it on TV is one thing because it's on TV. Seeing a man's life leave him in real life, that's something that you don't want to see. That will haunt you, man. Imagine seeing 3 black men's life leave them at one time. That's something you don't want to see. That's lucky. Go ahead.
I won't mind if it's the oppressor, though. So lucky.
On
about September 1st, 1944, near Merzig, Germany, 2 former SS guards said they saw Negro American soldiers. Next slide, other one. If you could. Being executed after they were ordered to dig their own graves.
Imagine that. They made black soldiers dig their own graves, man. Imagine that. They made them dig their own graves and execute them. Who else did that, man? They done the same thing to Christ, man. Made him carry that cross, man. They made him carry the cross that they was going to kill him on. They always do that to black people, man. They've been doing that to black people for time, man. Imagine this. Imagine this, you're digging your own grave and you know you're going to die. That must be the scariest thing. What's going through your head is, I'm digging this and they're going to kill me right here. Listen, man. The white man is the devil, man.
That's right.
If you didn't know, this class should show you. I mean, people say that, we're racist and we're not, man. We just read history books, that's all. We read history books. We're not racist. We just read history books.
That's right.
We read what it is, Hakim. We're not racist. We're wary. That's what it is.
Right.
We're wary because of past crimes. So we're not racist. We're just wary. There's a difference.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
right.
I mean, if you got electrocuted before, next time you're around the electric, you're gonna be wary.
That's right. Once bitten, twice shy, they say.
Exactly. I heard black men have to dig their own graves. I'm wary because I don't want to have to dig mine.
That's right.
So why the saying we're racist is not, we just wary. That's all it is.
That's right.
Mistaking racism for us just being wary. That's the new. That's the new word. Someone harms you once, you're not gonna let them harm you twice, man.
Right.
If someone robs you money, you ain't gonna leave money. You left money out in front of me, Haki, and then I robbed it. You ain't gonna come back next week and leave money out in front of me again.
No.
Exactly. Because
Why? The first time.
Exactly. I robbed you the first time, and it'd be so kind of you to leave it out the second time so I can do it again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because if you don't leave it out again the second time, Haki, I'm gonna call you a racist.
Right.
Haki's racist. Listen, these like make out like our issues with them comes from thin air. It comes from nowhere. Like they make out like black people's trauma and issues with them just comes out of thin air. It comes from past experiences, man. It comes from us having dealt with you before, and having dealt with you before. You robbed us the first time. Now Hakian's not going to leave his wallet there again because he's not going to allow himself to be robbed the second time.
Right.
Because he's smart, and that's just he's smart and he's wary because last time it upset him that his money got stolen. Why would he let someone steal his money again? It don't make no sense. Now you can't call a man racist for being wary and having past dealings with you. This is nothing to do with your race. This is to do with us having past dealings with you, and it wasn't good. The past dealings were good dealings, man. We got robbed, and we don't want to get. Listen, we got burnt, and we don't want to get burnt again.
But again, that's right.
That's all. It's nothing to do with us being racist. We got burnt before. We don't want to get burnt again. Maybe if you didn't burn us the first time, we wouldn't be wary around you, man. But you burnt us the first time. We're not. We got one burnt mark. Listen, this one burnt mark is already stopping some women from liking me. I'm not gonna let you give me two. I'm not gonna let you burn me this. I'm not gonna let you burn me the second time.
That's right.
One is we're smart enough to know you're the oppressor. Now some of our people keep on getting burned by you and they don't learn. There's some black people that won't ever learn. They keep getting burned, and 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 that's just gonna be their life because they don't want to change it. Now, some of us changed it, and now you call us a racist because we changed it. Just don't get banned, man. It's lucky. Go ahead. Like imagine this. They call us the racist. What is racist is doing experiments on black people. Man.
That's right.
That's racist.
Right.
You know what's racist? Letting a man sit on the back of the train because he's black. That's racist. Not letting a man drink out of fine china. That's what it's called, fine china. Not letting a man drink out of fine china cups because he's black. That's racist. Not allowing black men to enter the victory march. That's racist. So next time you tell us about what's racist, you need to take a deep dive into your own history, man.
That's right.
That's what it's called. Take a deep dive, man. Take a deep dive and take a deep dive and have a real talk with yourself and go for a walk and have a deep dive and think about what you've done to black people and think maybe you'll understand why we don't like and why we don't want to be around you.
That's right.
I mean, just 5% of the things you've done for us should be enough for you to say, all right, I get it. Any white man that can't understand why we don't want to be around, I can't. Listen, man, you don't have a brain.
Well, other one, but they say, we're looking after you, you got a job over here. You know how to think. We're giving you food on your table. You can get free benefits here, and you can get this, that, and the third. Why should you be racist towards us? You know what I mean? That's what they're gonna come.
These times when there was hanging black men and starving them and doing experiments on them because of the color of their skin. Now I would be a fool to be in your company to let you do that to me again. That was stupid on my part. On my part, that'd be stupid. That's like a lamb. You know how a lamb just goes to the slaughter. How a lamb just walks in the gate and gets killed. That's what I would be if I did that. I'd be like that lamb. that just what like a lamb to the, I believe to call it a lamb to the slaughter, a lamb going to the slaughter. That'll be me. No, I ain't trying to do that, man. I've seen too much black people do that. I ain't trying to do that too. It's lucky. Go ahead.
On December the 17th, 1944, near the town of Wereth, Belgium, 11 African-American soldiers of the 333rd Field Artillery Battalion were brutally executed.
Damn, how much was it executed?
11 African-American soldiers.
See? They're executing them, man. They're killing them. It's lucky. Go ahead.
Their bodies hideously mutilated.
Their bodies are mutilated, man. And you know what else what the Germans used to do to their bodies? Used to drive tanks over their bodies, man. Used to kill them and drive tanks over their bodies. Because in their mind, they're like, yo, we ain't letting these black men disrespect us. Imagine they would kill you and mutilate, drive a tank over your body and mutilate you, man. Imagine a man's got time to drive a tank over you. That's what they would do.
Slow as well, you know.
Them tanks are slow to drive the tank over you, man. They'll mutilate you. And that's what they was doing. Go ahead. And you know why they did that? Why? Because they know England and America ain't going to... Come on. You think England and America is going to save a black prisoner of war? And this is why when black people end up and banged up abroad and they try to contact the embassy, you listen, you're black, you ain't there. The English embassy, they ain't coming to save you, man. You got to finish your sentence. This is why when you go abroad, behave. Because don't say white people, but they won't save you. I'm telling you. Like, what's his nationality? Listen, Keir Starmer will put that phone down, man. Keir Starmer won't phone me about that nigga, man. Keir Starmer will say, I'm trying, I got my wife right here. Don't phone me talking about that nigga banged up abroad, man. Keir Starmer will say, don't call me about them niggas. Listen, understand this. We don't get the same privileges that they get, but us, lucky, go ahead.
Their bodies hideously mutilated before and after the executions.
See? And they're mutilated before and after their mutilation, man. Meaning meaning before and after their death, they was mutilated. Go ahead.
Were discovered lying in a cattle ditch, partially covered by snow. Townspeople, partially covered by snow. Townspeople produced information that an unknown SS unit committed these heinous crimes. On March the 28th, 1945, Americans captured a German SS officer, Otto Vetter. In his possession was a personal letter stating he witnessed 2 colored airmen clubbed to death by townspeople of...
Listen, you imagine
Germany.
Getting clubbed to death is like you're getting beat to death with like a bat or something, man. Getting beat
to death. See,
to death.
That's a lot.
That was a man hitting your head, your body, you're getting clubbed to death. That's what they was doing, man. A man said this in 2 men get clubbed to death. Now imagine how much more got clubbed to death that he didn't see. Yes, lucky, go ahead.
After they were directed to perform the executions by the local Gestapo. Ruel accused other Gestapo guards of deliberately executing some of the black prisoners and burying their bodies in a bomb crater near the prison.
See, and they murdered them and just buried them somewhere. Go ahead.
On June the 1st, 1945, the 21st Army Group submitted a report to the United Nations War Crimes Commission stating that Negroes were used as slave laborers in Neuengamme concentration camp in Germany.
So now they said niggas was used as slaves, man, in the concentration camp. Imagine they abolished slavery, but now in the concentration camps to bring in slavery back. That's like prison today to bring slavery back. Go ahead.
According to the War Crimes Investigation dated February 15, 1946, the commander of the German 1st Battalion, what does he say? Battalion, that's right, Slovakia, Battalion, 17th SS Infantry Division in France ordered that no Negro prisoners of war were to be taken alive.
They said no Negro prisoners of war was to be taken alive. And that's our life, man. No black man is they don't want no black man alive. Not one. That's lucky. Go ahead.
They were not part of the German prisoner of war camp system, and their mistreatment violated the Geneva Conventions. A German authority gave orders to kill all colored prisoners on sight because they stink.
Listen, man. There's a kill all black prisoners on sight because they stink. Listen, this man is the devil, man. Imagine that you kill a man because he stinks. Why not make him take a bath? Why not be logical? But why not be logical and make him take a bath? Instead, because he stinks, they can't kill him. Why not say tomorrow, just take a bath? What happened to getting him shower gel and links and say, yo, just hold a bath? So you kill someone because they stink. If that's the case, an East Indian man should be allowed to say that. If that's the case, India right now should be a wilderness. There should be nothing left in India.
Disrespect, you know, for real, you know.
India should be nothing there. You should go to India and there's nothing there. It should be a wilderness.
That's
You're
right.
killing people because they stink.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, so lucky, go ahead.
Yeah, God. Though there were relatively few blacks in Germany, Hitler discriminated between black and white prisoners of war. Black soldiers captured during World War II were separated from their units and shot.
Imagine that, man. He discriminated between prisoners of war, meaning they let the white ones stay alive and the black ones was to be separated and shot. Meaning he killed the black ones, man. But so lucky we up. Wait, how much do we up? Oh no. We're up on the slide. We're up on the time. Listen, you know me. Listen, I'm punctual. So lucky, I clap it up. That's the end of the class. I'm punctual. So lucky, how can you can call it?
The one called Men of Israel Madian.